Hello everyone, Tina here. I hope your day is going wonderful. I'm back again with some pattern paper play. We're going to create a vintage style card. We're using actually a vintage style collage cards. You know I love those, especially when you have kits like this. This is the Photoplay Papers Everyday Junk 12 by 12 collection pack. There's fabulous stickers in here, but for today we're going to use pattern papers and the coordinating ephemera pack. The Everyday Junk Ephemera pack, and we're going to jump in and get started. We're going to start by picking out some pattern papers. I have 3 sheets of pattern paper, and these 2 I already trimmed down to make them a little bit more manageable. I have Archive and I have Letter. I want to mention that with the Archive, which is this piece, there's two panels of cardstock pattern papers. Okay, I want my stripes. These are like music notes, but I want to do a little twist on my card, and I'm going to trim it down so I have a little bit of this print on a panel, and then I want my stripes to go vertical versus horizontal. And then the leftover piece, I'm going to create a background for another card. Okay, so this is what I did. I trimmed it this way, and then with the leftover piece, I trimmed it this way. So we have two different pieces, but I like the stripes the way they are on this one. Okay, so then I'm going to trim down some stripes, and then with the Letter pattern paper, and then this sheet here, this 12 by 12 sheet is like a smorgasbord of cut aparts. I just love it because there's a little bit of everything in here, and I'm going to trim out a few pieces. I'm going to trim out this postcard here, this library tag. I'm going to trim out this tag here, and then this little library card insert, and that will be all that we're going to cut out from this. So this one, this one, this one, and this one from the Memories 12 by 12 sheet. Okay, so I have some cutting to do, and I will be right back with card number 1. Okay, I have this pattern paper. It measures 4 inches by 5 1/4, so it's going to leave me a little bit of a border on my card base. My card base today was created with the Photoplay paper Say It With Stamps A2 card bases. They're pre-scored, so all you do is fold them in half, and your card base is good to go. Let's go ahead and adhere this to the card. Once we have this adhered, I have a 1-inch strip of white cardstock, and I left it a little bit long. This is going to go right above my pattern paper here. I have a 1/2-inch strip and a 1/4-inch strip of that diagonal striped paper. I'm going to put the 1/2-inch strip on the very bottom. And then I'll take the 1/4-inch strip and we're going to put it at the very top. I'm going to take this and we are going to go ahead and layer this the length of our card base here. After we have this done, I have these 2 pieces that we fussy cut out. We're going to layer them together. Next, I'm bringing in some ink. I have my Vintage Photo Distress Oxide ink, and what I'm going to do is take my tags, and I'm just going to go over the edges to this tag portion here. After we have that done, I'll do the same with this tag. I'm going to flip this over, put some adhesive behind it, and then I have a piece of vellum. What we're going to do is add a layer of vellum behind this tag. I want to add a little bit of softness to my card, and this is just a great way to do it. And so I'm just going to line it up and trim about 1/4 inch around here. I'm going to take this, flip it over, we're going to put some foam tape behind here. And then I'll take my tags and we're going to layer them right in the center of our card. Now for this tag, I do like to add a little bit of texture to my cards. So this is one of the ephemera pieces along with the Hello Friend. What I'm going to do is take my hole punch. I'm going to make the tag hole a little bit wider, and then I'm bringing in a white eyelet. And we're going to go ahead and just secure that. Now I have some white twine. We're going to thread through our tag. And I do want to add a little dimension to this, so I'm going to put some foam tape behind here. I'll take this tag and add it right in the center. So we have a 4 tags stacked together. And then I'll tie a bow with the twine. I put foam squares behind my hello friend. We're going to layer this right across the center here. After we have this done, I'm bringing in some dream drops, and we're just going to add some pearls to our card here, and that will finish off my first card. For my next card, we have that panel. It measures the same as our last panel, so it measures 4 inches by 5 1/4. Now with this one, I'm going to bring back my brown ink, and really any kind of ink that you have would work. We're going to go ahead and ink up these edges. So we have a real vintage feel to this. We're going to take this. I'm going to then add this panel to the front of my card. I have these 2 pieces that we cut from our pattern paper, and I'm going to place them kind of wonky on my card here, but I do want to add some brown ink to these edges as well. Now I have a strip. This is a 1/2 inch strip of our stripe paper. I'm going to trim at the angle of a diagonal stripe. Okay, we just trimmed a little bit away. I'm going to take this and we're going to put some adhesive behind here, and I'm going to tack it down about a 1/2 inch from our pattern paper. We'll just tack this down, and then I'm going to trim away the top here. Now I have these pieces here are all from our ephemera pack. I actually trimmed down a piece of vellum to fit behind this photo frame. We're just going to use the tape runner. And then I have this little piece, and we're going to adhere this to the center. Kind of doing a little bit of layering. I'm going to flip this around, and I'm going to put some foam, thin foam strips behind here. And then we're going to place this on our card. Now I have the butterfly, but I'm going to turn this into a tag. Before we do that, I'm going to bring back my brown ink, and I'm going to distress the edges a little bit. Okay, and I'm also going to distress the edges of my greeting that says "You are magic." I'm going to turn this into a tag. So to do that, I'm going to bring back my hole punch. I'm just going to punch a hole here. And then I have another white eyelet we're going to add to this. I'll just secure this. And I'm going to bring in some white twine, and we're going to tie a bow. Now, I cut out a piece of vellum and a piece of white cardstock with my circle dies, and what we're going to do is mat this on both of these. So we're just going to use our tape runner, add some adhesive, layer it on the vellum, put foam tape behind here. I'm going to remove the release paper. When I put the foam tape on my tag, I made sure to leave a little area here because we're going to tuck our greeting underneath it. This way I don't have foam tape obstructing my sentiment. Now I'm going to take this and I'm going to add it. I think that's a good spot. I'm going to take my greeting next. So we have lots of layers on this one. I'm going to finish this card bringing back some of my dream drops. And since we have a butterfly, I have some black gems. I like to add some gems to the butterfly body. You tilt it, you can kind of see that shine on the butterfly body. But that will finish off that card. So let's take a look at both cards that we made today with the Everyday Junk 12x12 collection pack. Some fun vintage cards. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a fabulous day. We'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.